Hello and welcome to Positive Vibes Radio. This is your girl, Lily, the co-host and the hostie. And we have the lovely host, Tiara.
Welcome. Hey, everybody. Seat today.
Yeah, I'm a
I'm
little
just
nervous.
chilling.
And
Hey.
if you want to call in at 708-223-8953. Tiara, since I'm over here today, do you want to introduce the vibe word of the week?
No.
No? She's so funny. Look at Tiara.
You're going to introduce the bad word of the week.
Okay. I
That's
like
how we
this
going
vibe
back.
word of the week too.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Determined.
The bad word of the week is determined.
Determined. I love that word. It speaks so much power. Like it has power behind it.
It does. Tell me, Lily, how determined are you to better your life?
How determined am I to better my life? That is really my main goal in life.
So,
Tiara knows me best. That is really my main goal in life is to be always a better Lily, like to be a better me, to continue to strive. And I'm like my biggest critic, like
yes.
the worst critic. Like people probably say, you're not doing, you're doing this, doing that. But I would be like so hard on myself and I would judge myself.
Lily
Basically,
is hard on herself,
I
child.
am I would cast judgment on myself, ugh, how can you do that?
We are our own worst critics, so that's true. Because I know
Yeah,
I'd be down on myself too. I'm like, I'm not doing enough, or this is not enough, or what am I? I don't know, or it wasn't good enough. I can never go back and rewatch the show after it. I just can't. I don't know why. You can't. I just can't rewatch myself.
yeah, it's so nerve wracking.
It is.
I don't think I've ever, out of all the things that I've done, I've had great opportunities. I never go and watch it again. I just let it happen, and I'm like, okay, it happened. That's weird.
Oh, Miss Yolanda White says, grow more in all experience. I love it. Yes. You know what? This is Slim's mother that was here.
Oh, hey, Slim's mama.
Yes. We love we love your son here at the show, BJ, something else. He was funny. Him and
Yes.
Goldie. Yeah, we're gonna have them back on here because we got a great debate. We definitely got him back here.
We do, because they were so funny and they had us dying laughing. Like we were having so much fun when they were on the show. So
Yeah. Well, I
tell
should
Slim
go
and them to
live
come
with
back.
him on here, huh? I should go live with him on here. Maybe after a break I would.
So what does determined mean to you? Oh, and unfortunately our guest couldn't come
Yeah,
today.
we had a guest today. He couldn't make it
He
in.
couldn't make it.
But
It
y'all.
was, I guess it was last minute, but still
Or I don't like when you get pictures
I
off
don't
guard. Cause
either.
I'd be like, I'll be talking, my mouth wide open. You got to make sure you get the cover girl photo. Mhm. Still know what
He
you.
does. He needs to tell us because he would take all off guard pictures and would not even care.
Those action
Action
shots.
shots. No, off
Beautiful.
guard.
Yeah, he petty. So, what are you? How are you preparing yourself for the goals that you have before? This year. We almost at the end of the year, so we in our fourth quarter, right? Dang, we are in our fourth
It's
quarter.
third quarter.
No, Lily, we fourth.
August. No,
October,
it's
November,
third
December.
because we right at the 7.
Okay, yeah,
Nine. Well, we at 9.
yeah.
No, we is in fourth. 9, 10, 11,
11,
12,
12.
13. Maybe we almost in the fourth quarter.
12. December 12th.
Right. And we at 9.
Yeah,
So it probably one more month we in the fourth quarter.
yeah. Thank you. She said you ladies are beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, we appreciate that. Oh yeah, I'm looking a little, it's had to change out my wig today.
Okay, so y'all want to hear the funniest story. So I come over.
Look at Earl looking at me.
So this is a way that Tiara is determined to do Like she, for real,
Look at
Sierra
her
is
looking.
determined. Like if she's not feeling it, she's gonna make a change, right? So this is how Sierra is so determined. So I come over her house, right? And we about to come to the show. I'm like, okay, you ready? I'm like fixing my makeup. She was like, oh, I don't really like um dang, everyone's saying my phone is broke. Like they can't hear me. So she like
Everybody come on here want to tell on me.
so let me finish the story. So I come over Tierra house and she was like, I miss my blonde wig. She had on a brown, cute wig, cute little brown wig. She was like, I miss my blonde. She walked out the door. I'm like finishing my makeup. She comes back in with this blonde wig on that she has on now.
Look at
And
her
I was
looking.
like, whoa. I was like, you really changed that real fast. You did not give
I hear my
2
Cleo
seconds.
braids.
She
Yeah.
didn't even like let me give a comment. You know how some friends be like, how you think this wig look okay? She didn't even, she was determined, right?
Determined.
Determined to do what she to do what she wanted to do and get out of that.
Lila, you snitching.
No, that's so funny. People saying my phone can't hear me.
And she's telling the truth. For
It
real.
was so funny, y'all.
Yeah, it take me a minute to
I wonder
get
if they
my
can hear
wardrobe
me
right.
now because my phone was off.
But
They
then
said
you need to
my
get that
phone was
apple
broke.
fixed.
It was
The
like broke
grapefruit need to
phone.
get fixed, Lily. Fix the grapefruit.
Grapefruit.
Yeah, it's not an apple.
Okay, y'all want to hear my conspiracy theory about the apple?
What?
Everything that they do in like the government is like some way controlled and all loops in. So the apple represents like the fallen fruit, the forbidden fruit that you weren't supposed to eat from.
Hmm.
And that's why they have Apple as like the main biggest product in the United States. Like everyone can get Apple, like everyone wants an Apple product, but it's like really like supposed to symbolize the forbidden fruit, like it's sin, because now what are we doing? We are like always in our phone, like we are mainly, like that's all we want to do is be in our phone and text instead of calling people. Like it's like, how that's breaking God's communication, what he wanted.
That is. I know
You
people
know?
is always in their phones, period. But communication is changing because everybody want to call. No, not call, but text you. You know, and
Yes,
then
I don't know
the
what I got
conversation could
going.
go wrong that way too because sometimes the text don't necessarily mean you could take it in a whole nother form. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I believe it is better to communicate with
Yes.
calling, but then sometimes you just don't feel like talking on the phone. You want to text.
True, but I would rather, like, I'm a person, I would rather you call me. Like, I feel like that's more personal. Like, if I'm texting someone daily and that's all we do is text, like, I'm not going to take it like that seriously.
Yeah. I got allergies. My eye been running. This same eye always run when I'm finna come to the radio. It really do. I don't know why. I just don't know. Let me hear how you are leveling up your last 3 months of the year, the last quarter. This is last quarter, Lily. In the game of basketball, you never feel like you're going to win, right? Because the score be up on the other side, right? And so you never think you could come back in the fourth quarter. But if you are determined, you can still win the game.
Right. That's true. Okay. So how can I like make a turnaround if I like needed to do a turnaround and like win the game, right?
Yes.
You really, and this is coming from like just a sincere, like the most sincerest part. And it sounds cliche, but you really have to dig deep inside of yourself and like want better for yourself.
You do. You can't want it and I
You
even
can't let no one want it more than yourself.
that's true. And even when you want more for another person, you can't want it more than they want it. They still have to want it better for themselves. you know, because sometimes we get frustrated too, like when we want it bad for others, but then you got to kind of check yourself, like, there's still things you want bad for your own self. You know what I mean?
Right.
So long as you keep going and like just keep pushing, it can happen. You got to just stay determined, disciplined.
You do have to stay determined, and I'm gonna be determined to get a new phone tomorrow because obviously, since it's been so cracked, my phone is so cracked,
Is that a
guys.
phone case?
It does have a
Oh,
weak
that's
phone
cute.
case.
I know, I like it. It's pink.
Things, but at the same time, it didn't protect it, and now n- everyone's on my Instagram live like your phone broke. We can't hear you,
They can't hear you. Why you just think go out and go back home?
huh?
Go out and go back home.
I did do that, and they still couldn't hear me. So if I'm like now about to turn off my phone, I'm determined to go live because when you feeling yourself, and I got my hair done this like a couple of days ago,
And
so
Lily popped her eyelashes on in the car yard real quick.
I'll be determined with lashes.
She real quick with it.
You have to learn how to do it, and I learned how to do it like in 2 minutes. So if I could have a minute for an eyelash, I'm determined to put it on.
Mm.
I want. We should have like. Do you watch the show What Happens Live with Andy Cohen?
Hey, bro. What, Andy Cohen? What
Yeah,
happens live?
like on the Bravo show.
Nah.
So like he has this word of the day, or I forgot what it's called, but it's like you if they say the word, basically the listeners at home has to like drink, but we shouldn't obviously drink. But so like since our vibe word of the week, we should have like you have to do something every time we say the word.
Which word?
Our word of the week, whatever day, like when we're like
Ah.
talking, and we can be just saying determined so many times, and even if it's be like they have to give themselves an encouragement word, give themselves some encouragement, like if we say if our word is determined, think of something how you can be determined in, if our word of the week is like focused. If we keep saying focus, every time we say focus, you have to think of something how you can refocus, or how are you focusing, you know
Stay focused and refocus. I like that. That was our first bad word. Remember
That
that?
was
It was refocus. Or was it focus?
it was focus.
But we said, how could you refocus? Like, how often do you think you should refocus? And it's every day. You said every day. I think that deals with determination and you having to stay focused and refocus to even stay determined, to even keep going. You know what I mean? For anything that you're trying to do. And lately, I've been trying to stay determined on my company, which is stressful. So I
You're
like,
doing so awesome with your company. So I want to give you a word of encouragement
thank
to
you.
keep pushing my organic blends.
Oh, yeah.
Is that the company you were talking
Yes.
about?
My organic blends, the stress level of trying to get it in some. I got some good things coming, so I'm just waiting on Thursday. So just be praying for me because I'm waiting on just God to really answer my prayer on a specific thing, and I ain't gonna put it out there until it manifests. But just pray with me, you know.
We are
Yes.
all in one together.
So what you been working on, Lily? Mm-hmm.
I have not been working on anything. I have been like I I'm gonna put it into existence that I am working on my book, because I did look at some of those old like things that I've been writing,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, "Ooh, this sounds perfect." And I was reading another page, and I was like, "Ooh, that sounds good too. I really don't need to add anything." But I only read like three, so that really don't count. But I do need to continue to like go over it, so I'm gonna put that into the atmosphere right now. That is what I've been working on. Is
Lily,
my book.
you work quietly.
I do. I
Lily got 8 jobs.
I
Real
move.
talk. Y'all think she ain't working on yet. Did you check her Instagram and she got like 8 different jobs?
I
You'll see her on the scene of a whole nother thing.
I do. I'll definitely move in silence. I'm one of those people that like move in silence,
Nothing
and
wrong
you
with
would
it
never know what I'm working on, what I'm doing until it's out there,
until
like
it's done.
until it's done. So
Nothing wrong with that though. I
I don't think they.
think
I think they
nothing is
hung
wrong
up.
with that. But I feel like you're if well when you do whatever you have coming, like your book when you're done, which is you're gonna be done before this year out, right?
Amen.
Hallelujah.
Yes.
I think that you will be on social media even more.
You think so? I
Yeah, you gotta market.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
a form of marketing.
That
Why do
is
you
true.
think a lot of celebrities are always on their social media posting like crazy?
That is a great way to market. What are they determined to get
Yes.
them coins?
You know, I was looking at I don't know why today. I was looking at Kylie Jenner page, right? On Instagram. And this girl is smart. Like her whole strategist. I don't know who her brand strategist
I was
is.
about to say maybe it's not
Mom's
really
is
right. Shout out to Chris Jenner because I
for
ain't gonna
real.
lie, Chris Jenner is definitely the goat of all managers. A manager like her, like you really turned nothing into almost $1 billion, like $1 billion. Their company, all of them together, is worth $1 billion.
No. Did you see Kylie on the front cover of
She
Forbes?
has $1 billion by herself.
Yes.
You
The little
know,
girl
that's
is
why
just
I
turned
said all
21
of
years
them,
old.
right?
I was looking this morning. I said, she's on the Forbes. Like her brand is at almost $1 billion. That's crazy. New collections out every month. I'm like, how many things she gonna draw? How many new collections could you have of makeup?
Right.
You understand? What new shine is it? What new shimmer is it? But her following is crazy because she's always on them. Like everything she go on, she posts, it goes crazy. She go put out something for just today, it's sold out within an hour.
Right.
Crazy.
Oh
How
my
you make
goodness.
14 million in 1 hour? 3 hours. What was that Kim K that put
That
that
was
out?
that was Kim K. She put her perfume out, and literally I think she made like $80 million, and or 20, like so much millions of dollars.
In 1 day. Literally 1 day.
My phone.
That's determined.
That is determined.
That is determined. When I saw that, I don't know. I was just like, this is crazy. It's mind blowing. 21 years old, I was not thinking about building a business necessarily, you know? Or I was just trying to have fun
Right.
in that moment. You know what I mean? I was just trying to have fun. I'm ending this live. So
I just ended mine too because my, my
this,
phone is broke.
yeah, Lily.
They laughing at me and stuff.
Who laughing at you? I even to recap, I definitely want to shout out Christopher Smith that was here last week. Smart brother. And he had 7 books. Y'all, Lily was sick last week.
I'm sorry I missed y'all.
You know,
I had a mild concussion.
she wasn't feeling good.
I did. Like literally guys, like the weirdest stuff be happening to me. Like I was at work in this off site, like an area that's not even attached to the store, grabbing some things I needed for this new floor set that I was doing.
So what was you like in the inventory part?
Um, yeah, it's called like offsite, but we just keep like fixtures and stuff like mannequins and stuff, that like
Mm.
like stuff in the store like that we don't want to leave in our store because it's just gonna take up space. So it's like an offsite area. And I'm just getting the thing that I needed out of nowhere. It's three, we have these metal crates, 3 metal crates follow my head, and then literally two, not even a minute later, this big old wooden crate fell on my head, like back to back. And I was like, whoa, whoa. And I just give God all the glory and the praise and the honor because it could have been so much worse. After I thought about it, like I could have fell out in there. Like I'm in there by myself. Like anything could have happened, or and like, and God still, like, I knew it kind of hit me hard, but it didn't really like really register. I still ended up working the rest of the day.
You
Like,
good.
I was like, okay. They was like,
Anybody else be ready to clock
look,
out real quick.
exactly, I'm a Jamaican, because we would work in the with sun, the rain. It don't matter where we at. We was get our money. So I literally was just like I literally was like, let me just take my break. I'm about to go on break, and then I
So
came back and
it
finished
was
working the rest of the night.
the regular crates, like the big size
They
crates.
this size, and they're metal though, and we had three of them stacked on each other, so it was three metal crates.
Oh no, Lily.
And then it was like this wooden crate, and I'm like, God, I can't believe I even still. So then the next day I had like the most excruciating headache, and I'm like, I could not go to work with this headache. Like, my head is killing me. Like, I feel my back was hurting. People that know me know I had an injury with my neck. I was worried about that. Like, it's just was like I was getting nervous. So I was like, I gotta go to the hospital. And
Yes.
Tasha even told me like to go to the hospital that night to get an x-ray, but I couldn't go that night because they was like done with x-rays. But I literally had to like go to the like
How was the hospital done with X-rays?
I'm no, like the urgent aid.
The urgent care.
Yeah. It was at so late,
So
so they didn't. I guess the person had left already.
you would think that they'll be 24. I mean, things happen.
That's true.
It's like 24
It was
hours.
a Sunday too, but still,
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they want to save money. I don't know. That's
yeah,
weird to me.
that is weird. I mean, to me, hospitals are weird in general. No, because honestly, this is a real fact though. Our hospitals only in America, and this is what I really do believe. I don't think it's no other ones. We have to pay for our hospital. Like, we have to pay for injuries. All other hospitals, I mean, the care is maybe not as good. Of course, I do get that. We do get better care,
Yeah.
but every health insurance is free. They don't have to pay because they get injured or get sick. They don't have to pay for health insurance.
That's a whole
That's
nother.
even like colleges. I think I can't remember. If someone can Google it, I would want y'all to even call in. It's a college. I really think the city is like Greeceland or whatever that country is. That they pay their students. Their If you want to go to college, they pay you to go to college
In another country.
in another country.
Not here. We know it ain't here.
You know they taking all
People
of
in
our
school
money.
debt, still paying off school debt.
They taking all of our money.
You know, it's crazy because it's a trick. I don't know. Like, school is tricky. I get it. People want to go to school. You want to go to college, right? But it's like you got to outsmart that system because you go to school all these years, you get this degree, right? And then now you're spending all these years to pay back this loan. Now you are in debt. I know so many people that are in debt and then they're not working their career jobs because they're trying to pay their debt off.
Thank God I'm not in that, but I totally agree with that statement. I feel, and I went to Ivy League school. I went to U of I. Like, that's the Big Ten. That's one of the schools in the Big Ten. I
Yeah.
literally would tell you, go chase your dreams first, or go to community college for 2 years and then transfer to a school in 2 years.
Like
Like, do something like that. Like, I'm not saying don't go to school, because
yes.
some kids do need to get like trained and developed for the real
Yes.
life. And college does like get you kind of ready, because you're on your own, like you're doing things like to really better your life. So it gets you mentally prepared. But as far as like a career, I think it's a ripoff. Like, I'm
Yes.
not working I mean, we got into radio like by God,
Yeah.
but like I went to school for communication. And I mean, I work in retail. I guess I do talk, but that's not what I wanted to go to. I went to school for. Ideally, like I really went to school to do TV, like to be, like do stuff more in communication.
Yeah. And it's a way you could beat that because trust me, we need our doctors and we need our
We do.
lawyers.
Now that's different.
Yeah, we need
That's
that. But
different.
it's
If you want
just
to be a doctor, man, go
please
doctor.
do it.
Go be a
Law
lawyer.
school, all of that. We need our
We need
doctors, we
our
need our lawyers.
firefighters.
It's just the to smart with it. And I think I heard somebody say something about getting grants, like being smart on money that you can get for school to help you lower your tuition and the loans that you have to get. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And I know somebody who didn't even want to go through the loan part and they just worked the whole time they were going to school so they wouldn't have debt necessarily. And before they went, they had so much saved up
That's a blessing.
to start. And who thinks like that? Because you really
Cause
don't.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not the first person to think of like, oh, bright idea. Let me try it. Like I will just go with the flow. Like I'll
And think
just
about it later. Like I should have did
I
it
should have
this
did
way.
this, like after I thought about it, and I thank God for a parent that is, would rather take on the debt than her child, because actually my grandmother is the one that helped pay off my debt, but like it was still small, but my mom is, has to pay off her stuff that she's doing. And I thank God that she was able, like I have a parent that was able to do it, because look at my silly self. We could get a scholarship just for being black.
Didn't know
I mean, exactly. And I didn't take the time to really do that.
to
You
research
know what
it.
I'm saying? But we
Yeah,
can get scholarships
there
for
is
being
research.
women. Like we can get so many different types of scholarships. And like it's like when you know better, you will do better.
Yes, even with starting a business, like you have to. They have diversity business, like you how you get it. For women in business, there are certain aspects like you have to certify women in business or women in small have a small business.
Right.
And it's certain things you wouldn't know. You like, why do we got to tell the government that we are women, a woman owned business? One. And two, why do I have to specify all of this? Like, why does this
They
matter?
because they like to keep track of
Every
everything.
single thing.
They do.
Then
And people that know me, I shouldn't even be saying this live, but I'm a conspiracy thinker. I be thinking of like, this don't sound right. This don't feel right. I know we are the kings and the queens. So like nothing else you cannot like.
get past
So they
you.
like, just like our social security, that's to keep us in track. Social security number, that's our like transactions, our SKU number. Like
Yeah, you gotta just stay woke on some
you do.
things.
Stay woke, guys.
And they say, oh,
Stay
it's
woke.
because it can help you. Not saying because you are a woman you need more help, but so you could be equal, treated your business could be treated equal versus, and I'm like, now this is limitations.
Right. And that's
You
what it
know,
sounds like. It sounds like you
now it is
want to you
limitations. So
want
now
to
I have to go
limit
back and
me.
revamp that whole little thing.
You
Yeah.
you
So
are like trying to single me out. Like that I may need more assistance or I don't know.
yeah, you definitely gotta read and research.
So how do you stay determined with your multiple businesses
Well,
and stay determined to like keep pushing and continuing to like birth them?
I have to stay determined, of course, because you're in the beginning stages. It's you really got to walk by faith. You walk by sight, it's like over with. It is so seriously because in the beginning you're building, and then you're gonna fail at some things. So you have to stay determined to like take that failure and treat it as gold. And it's a lot of people that have businesses and quit, and like they quit the first year, and because it's more because they failed, and instead of them taking the failure and treating it like gold, okay, let me learn from it and let me see why I failed, let me do some self-evaluation, and then after that, just try to pat yourself on the back and like, okay, I'm gonna keep going, because who don't fail? We all failed a test. We all failed at something. We still living, you know what I mean? So it's just, and now it's like too easy to quit. That's just easy to just say I quit.
I agree. And I think now and I really think this is us as like a culture, like us black people mentally as a culture, like we are rising to the occasion that we can achieve things on our own.
Yes.
And it's like, and it's so many success stories. I feel like becoming an entrepreneur, yeah, everyone has their failures. Life is a failure. Like everything in life is always a test. Like I don't
Mm,
like I heard something the other day that you can't even think of life like not as a test. Everything is a test. Everything is like you're either gonna, and I always say this, you're either going to make this your platform or your prison. So you're either going to
I like
rise to
that.
the occasion.
I like that.
And Steve Furtnick, you know that
Yeah.
preacher Steve Furtnick, he said that platform or your prison. You're either going to rise, rise above it, learn from your lesson, continue to keep going, don't look back, or you're going to make it your prison. You're going to get chained to this. You're going to lock yourself in to this sorrow. You're going to make it feel like you can never achieve anything, or you'll never grow from that. And it can only go two ways. And even if you continue to repeat that, it's like you still have to have that, like, you may have failed three times in the same area, and you're like, dang, how can I achieve this? How can I get past that? It's always thinking of, okay, maybe I'm going about it in the wrong way. Like always thinking of a fresher, new eyes, a new pair of eyes, looking at it as a brand new transparency, right? Looking at it as a transparent
Yeah.
way and looking at it as this is different. This is new. Like, let me try to go go around this issue.
Yes, and try it a different way. Like if that way didn't work, then you try it a different way. And so in building business or anything, I always do like tests. Like I have to do theories. Like I have to test this way and then that way and see what works. And so marketing plays a huge part in anything. And I didn't at first I guess I knew that, but then I didn't know that like a while back. I was like, why didn't you take the time to market? So that's when you was talking about like in silence, it was like you was in silence, that's cool, but you didn't get the chance to market it.
That's true.
And like I had a whole vision of like how I could have brought that thing out. You're like, oh man.
And you can still do that. I can still do that just because I'm like
Yeah.
moving in silence about it. Like when it's close to
When it's
being
close to time.
completion, then I'm like, okay, let me start like putting this out there, pre-order for the
Now
book.
yes, when you're like done,
Like
I agree. When you're like
I
done,
just can't
definitely.
like, and because it, remember I told you I'm my biggest critic. And
Yeah.
I get on myself like, oh, why did I tell her that I was writing a book? And I'm like, forgot, like I remember stuff like that. Like I remember the people that I like, if they see me doing it, like, oh, what you writing? I'm like, oh, I'm thinking about writing a book. Like I'm thinking about like this lady at my job that I told. And I'm like, dang, she probably thinking like, girl, you ain't never write that book. And then I think about stuff like that. Like,
And that's a push because you told her. And so
and I have to get it
and when
done.
you tell some people, it's gonna keep reminding you. But if
Yeah.
and when you're your own boss, you can become lazy because you can keep saying, "I could put that off. I 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 could put that off." And because it's like, who's pushing
However,
you?
but what if this is your way of eating, right?
Yep,
That's your only way of eating. That's why I need to get like
I
I'm
met
like the little birdie right now that need to get pushed out the nest.
exactly because you'll be like,
Because
"Nope, not today. I'm my own boss." But really, the hell work like that.
I do, because like I really want to become my own boss and like do things how I want to do it. However, like it's like I'm still and sorry to say, I feel like I'm still slave to the world, because I work for somebody. So it's like not saying you a slave because you work, but it's like I'm pushing someone else's dream. Like I'm working to achieve someone else's dream, even though like I can like grow and develop a dream within my work.
Yeah,
Like, you can do
yeah.
that. Like I could want to be, I work at Victoria's Secret Pink. My goal is always like I want to get to a fashion show. However, I get there, I want to get to working, being there. I don't know. I want to get there. I can work back there. I work, concerts and stuff. However, I just want to get there.
That'd be dope. I
That
forgot
would
they
be
had
dope.
Victoria's Secret
See,
fashion
that is
shows.
my biggest, hey, yeah, I know. Shout out to Pink Victoria's Secret. But if they all listening, that is my dream. Like, that's not my dream, but being with this company, that is like my ultimate dream of like growing with the company, going corporate. Like that's what I really want to do. I really don't see myself being in the stores forever. And it's just like,
That's dope,
so
man.
I am determined. That is one thing that I am determined, and not letting that dream go. If this is where I'm going to stay, how can I get closer to that? How can I do something a little different? I've been thinking about like moving, like, and I can still stay with the company. However, it's still like getting closer to like doing more things of what Lily wants to do.
Yes. You just basically told yourself right there. You gave yourself your own answer.
My own little determined. That's how you get to the fourth quarter.
Yeah. And see what's open in your jobs. Like, see how you could. And you put it out there so it can manifest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I could actually see you in the fashion show, Victoria's Secret, or like
They
working
need to
the
make some
the
short
fashion
models.
show.
Look at
They
Earl.
have
They
short.
need some short models. I'm 5 feet. They need to make some models that is like petite
Lily,
and short. Everyone is not tall and skinny. Like,
they got some short models, don't
no, they
they?
don't. They short is like 5'9". That's still tall. You ain't even 5'9".
Nah, I'm not. I'm five
Right.
five.
That was Eva. Remember y'all, Eva Pickford? She was the shortest model on America's Next Top Model, and I think she was like maybe 5'7". Maybe she was even 5'7". That's still not
She
short.
won, didn't
She
she?
won, but
Yeah.
that's still not short. 5'7".
What happened to that show, Tyra?
It's still going on.
It come on still?
I think those they had guys on it and everything. They had let Rita Ora take over it, but she ain't do that good. So Tyra took back over it. I think I was like, why would Tyra give her a baby? Like this is a legendary show. No one can host it but Tyra.
Yes.
Like
It's weird kind of
that's
seeing somebody else.
it's weird. Like that's like America's American Idol. Like no one can probably host American Idol but Seacrest. Like even though you won't look at it like that, but he is like the best American Idol host.
Yeah, he definitely is.
Like it's like you look at it, they could have different judges, whatever, but like you the host, like you're like, oh, Ryan Seacrest, yeah, he gonna be there. Let's go out and talk to the contestants.
Yes.
You know?
So did you gonna look into the fashion shows?
See, now you made me thinking how I'm gonna do. Like, how you even do that?
I'm about to say when the last time? Because I mean, I can see the
Yeah, I
commercials.
know. What I wonder how I can work backstage because that I would love to do that. Like they need to. I feel like they need to make a reality show about this or something.
The
Like
Victoria's Secret models.
yeah, or no, like who wants to work for like the backstage of a Victoria's Secret show? Like we got to be thrown in there working. I would love that opportunity.
Yeah. That's something to think about.
It is.
That's something to think about. Why did I always think it was a pool table up here? I'm just looking out the window.
It is.
Oh,
The
okay. Because I'm
pool
looking at the
table.
ping pong. Like, wait a
Girl, I
minute.
was about to
You
say.
know,
Now you got me confused because I was looking at the ping pong, but I was like, it is. But I'm leaning back in my chair, like,
the
wait a
girl got
minute.
involved. I know my pool table ain't gone.
I'm like, where's the pool table? Because I know did not see no ping pong table.
Oh my god.
So we gonna have a party when we gonna have our party.
Yeah, we working on that.
We working on it. We gonna have a good time here. Y'all
Yeah,
should
we really
come.
is. Yeah, when we get all
That's
these
why I just
artists
put it
together.
out there because we about to really manifest this.
Yes.
We gotta really manifest it, and I'm trying to think.
It's a
Maybe it
few
should.
things with positive vibes. That's definitely. And yeah, Millie, yeah, we got something. Yeah, we talked about, but we ain't gonna put it out right now.
And if you guys still listening, if you want to call in our last couple minutes, tell us what you've been thinking, what you want to hear on the show.
Yes, please call in. I was reading something the other night and we talking about determination. It was saying that sometimes you got to tell people no to build your legacy. That is another reason why you talk about determination. You're gonna have to tell some people no. And I know me because I'm used to be the yes girl,
That is
and I
me
used to say
too, and
no.
that's even I can't even
I don't even say
say so
yes no
much.
more. Now it's a quick no.
I don't even want to say so much on air right now, but it's just like even when you just said that, that really resonated to me because it just made me think about like imagine yourself, you putting everyone before you, even the job you at. You putting
Yes.
that job before you every day. Like the dreams that you really want to do, because you have to go clock in from 9 to 5 and sit at a computer or whatever you got to do at your job. And it may not be you may be on the side drawing sketches, want to be an artist, or a fashion designer or rapping, whatever you doing. But like, how many times do you put others before you?
We, at least I know I have done it. I still sometimes do
Me
it.
too. And
And
that make me just think like it's time to say no. It's time to put yourself first.
yes,
It's time. I'm talking to myself right
I,
now.
I was. I'm writing. I'm gonna be like. I'm gonna finish this book. I've been sitting on. I ain't gonna say sitting on it. It's just God haven't neglected when I wanted to release it because still some growing. I see why I couldn't honestly, and I was reading up on just so much stuff that I was writing. Like you're not gonna just write a book overnight anyway. So that's just to keep you encouraged. You just
Thank
gonna
you.
get it here and there. You know what I mean? So it's just stuff I said, I'm just gonna start writing down information I hear. Because it could be a book one day.
I know, and I that secretly I do that.
See
Like a
what I'm
lot of the
saying? A
stuff
lot of y'all
that
people got
I
books.
can get in my book is stuff that I already like. Oh, let me jot this down. Let me jot that down, and I like have to put it into my own stuff. But like I kind of do that.
See? And I believe a lot of people in the world do. And you be like, I want to start a book. But it's already there in you. When you get those little thoughts. And if you got an iPhone, you got the notepad,
Please have
and you can put
a working iPhone, because obviously my iPhone was not working today. It was not determined to work for me.
you can put the notepad. You can put. We don't have a book club. We just once a
We
week
are. Oh, I would
write
love that.
and write
You know,
and write so we can start these books
book
because a lot of
clubs.
people got books, reading
Yes.
books, and even writing your own
Yes,
book.
we're going to have our own book
I
club.
think that'd
That's
be
so
great,
exciting because we're going to be the authors. Like, we're right. I can see
and we can read
that.
each other books
We
too.
can read each other books during that month. Like, this is going to be awesome. Like, I always wanted to be like an Oprah.
Oprah, that's dope.
Like, not even to
Why
be
don't you
like
just
her, but she always like inspired me.
yeah,
Like,
Oprah, her
cause
own book
like she
club.
was in, like, Oprah was really one of a kind. Like, no one could be like Oprah. Like, even Ricky, like no one could even touch Oprah. Like, she was just in her own little, like, even though there were so many other talk shows, so many other hosts, it was like Oprah stood out in her own way.
She do.
She does,
She
and
got a
she
book
still
club. She got a
does.
network.
She got a network. Like, even Revolt not on network now. Like, no one got their own TV network. Not even Martha Stewart.
Yes, she
Like,
has her own network. She think different, and
like
that's what I
Martha
love
Stewart
about
and
her.
Snoop Dogg is taking over the TV shows, but she don't even got her own network.
Like Oprah's my. She don't even know she's my secret mentor.
Yes, mine too.
Yeah.
And it's like
I asked Earl was he related to her because they got the
the
same
same
name.
last name. Are y'all? So when she was out here, you probably met Oprah, didn't you? He
He ain't gonna
probably
tell us.
That's probably his like third cousin
Uh,
removed through
hmm.
marriage.
Yeah, he get real silent.
He do talk about some.
Don't
He don't
worry,
have to
Earl. We'll
kill
follow
us.
you home one day.
Right. We gonna follow him to the mansion.
Earl
We
supposed to
gonna
let me
follow him to
interview him.
Harpo
When
Studios.
I'm interviewing you, Earl,
Can we go to Harpo Studios?
you told me you'll think about it. We'll talk after the show.
Y'all should see these looks they giving each
Oh my
other.
God, not at
I be
all.
feeling uncomfortable when
Earl make anybody uncomfortable.
when
Okay.
Earl talks to Tiara. I feel uncomfortable. Like, should I leave? Like,
Oh my God.
and he secretly wants me to leave with Tiara.
Oh my God. Stop it, Lily. Earl
Tiara is
is
blushing, but she
just
know Earl got a crush.
Earl is just cool peoples.
It's like one of those
I'm
Cupid
just
arrows. He got his Cupid arrow
I've been
at you.
trying to interview this man.
Look at him. Look how he look. If y'all can see how he giving her the look now.
I get to interview you, right?
You in here barefoot.
He just,
I'm exposing
you
people
know, he do
today.
what he love.
Right. Yep.
He could just be in his shoe. He chill, you know, doing what you love. Earl, you doing what you love?
That's
See,
amazing.
that's amazing.
Do what you love, guys. If you are not doing what you love, figure out what you love to do and be determined to make it happen. Like anything is possible. If that's something that you love to do, God put that in you for a reason.
Yes. Earl, what about this that you love most? Your job.
And
Oh,
that
that
was
is great.
look, that was the start of the interview.
Yep. He didn't even
He
know
didn't
it.
even know it.
That was great.
She suckered them in. She tapped into them in. So,
Yeah.
so he's Earl said if y'all didn't hear him, meeting intellectual people.
Meeting so many people.
Yes.
I'm sure you probably know a lot of people now, or even more. You meet more and more every day. Illinois is only so big. I could just imagine having people come through here. I could imagine. Hmm. You happy you met us, Earl? Oh, okay. Thank you.
Are we like on the top of your like like if it was like a one through like 100, you know.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. Thank
okay.
you.
Top 10 is
What
good.
about top
We
5?
could be number 10. No, you pushing it. Tiara
We pushing it.
alone is probably on her own top 5. But like I'm cool at being number 10.
Shut
You
up,
know,
Lee.
shoot. Number 10 out of over 100 people. Like I'm good at that.
Lily play all day.
Tierra play all day talking about top 5. She knows she personally is in that top
I
5.
don't know, Earl. He meet 100 people a week. You never know, Earl.
Shoot, he just let you interview him. Look, you just interviewed him. He didn't even know it. We playing now, y'all.
He
I
gonna
hope y'all
be.
having
He
fun with
gonna.
us.
We gonna have Earl as a special guest one day. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna have some cameras in here. It's just gonna trick him. He ain't gonna know. So he gonna be just chilling with the vap. He just gonna be wanting to just talk.
He gonna want to get on.
He
Once
gonna
it,
want to be
right,
interviewed.
once them cameras come in, he gonna be like, Tiara, you didn't tell me you were coming today.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna be like, let's
We're
go.
gonna get one of his favorite guests to get here, Lily.
Look,
Earl, who you want to meet?
now this what's gonna happen, Tiara. He gonna say, let's go in the other studio. He gonna say, let's go in that other studio. Put on the headphones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Who do you want to meet?
Oh, that was the second interview question you just asked him, and he answered. So he
Anybody
wants to
besides
meet
Tupac?
Tupac.
We can't bring him.
We can't. We can call Jesus. Call the phone line.
I mean, yeah, we can. No, or the
Yeah,
main
call Jesus
line.
on the main line. 1-800 Jesus
Do heaven gotta get
seven
her?
seven.
Mm.
So
What was your favorite Tupac movie?
what was your favorite Tupac movie?
Yeah,
But
which one was
that's
it?
still enough. Just like Aaliyah, she wasn't in a lot, but I could still name my favorite
I think it was two.
3 or 2. I know she was in
No, Queen of the Dam.
Queen of the Dam, and she was up in the what's that
Romeo
movie?
Must
Jet
Die.
Li,
Romeo Must Die.
Romeo Must Die, and she was in another movie, I think.
No, she was two.
Mm.
Tupac, I think I was Juice. I like him in Juice.
And when he in that basketball movie,
Oh, and Above the Rim.
yeah,
Dang, that's hard. Because both of them was some good ones.
and he was in another.
That make me want to go home
movie.
and watch that.
He was in another
He
movie
was
too.
fine, though. He was
He
fine.
was. Tupac is just a classic.
Mm-hmm.
Classic, like simple guy. Like I like simple stuff. You know, like you don't have to be over the top. Like you don't have to like look at me. He was so simple.
All right, before we close out, if Tupac was still alive, my question to both of y'all, who you think he'd be with? Which celebrity you feel like
Ooh.
would have met his swag?
Man, I feel like he probably would have handled Halle Berry. He probably would have been the one to lock Halle Berry down.
I think Jay-Z wouldn't have had a chance.
I don't even think he would want someone like Beyonce.
I think so.
I don't think so. He liked it like
What
Jada
kind of hood?
Pinkett Smith.
Or Jada, I was gonna go
But
there.
he was with. She already had broke up with him. She was already destined to be with Will. We know that. So that's why I feel like he would have handled Halle Berry and got him a
Holly
bad.
had a all. I don't know.
She don't. You
I don't know
don't. You
about
know
Holly.
Halle have a hard time with men. I feel
Yeah.
like men cannot handle her. Like she has the worst time with men, and I feel like maybe his roughness would have like put her in check.
Oh, that's a good. I got to think about who would have matched
And
that
she
man.
pretty too, like like she was at her prime. She could have just like put in his arm candy. I think him and Hallie would have been nice.
Could have. No, I don't know about that.
And she was older than him. Women like younger men.
I probably could have seen a Jada though, cause she got that set it off.
But she had already was with him and they broke up, so she don't count. She out of it.
This one I'm gonna have to have my mom on the show talking about Tupac. Yeah.
Oh, the camera just cut out.
All right. Well, that's a good question. We ended on Tupac. I'm gonna have to go. This is made me want to go home and
That
watch
make
my
me
movie.
determined to listen to Tupac when we driving home.
Yeah. Yes.
Because we got to get back to the real music and get back to like real stuff.
Yeah.
So get back to like figure out what you want to do.
Yeah.
See y'all next week.
Yes. Thanks
We
for
gonna have
tuning in.
we gonna have 2 guests next week.
Oh yeah,
'Cause
we
we
do got a
missed-
guest coming.
Yeah, we gonna have 2.
We'll talk about
Oh,
that.
you want to? We want to have a prophetic one.
Yeah, we're gonna have Prophet Latasha here on one Tuesday. I don't know if it's gonna be next. And I gotta see her. She didn't confirm. But next week I wanna bring in what you can follow up to.
My friend and see if he can come next week.
And I got a rapper coming in.
So yeah, they can probably come next week. Bodie Dieter.
And yes, Mr. Traffic Home. I like.
All right.
Yeah, so thanks for tuning in on IntellectualRadio.com. We'll see you next Tuesday at 8. Don't be late.
On Positive Vibes Radio.
It's a date.